Meanwhile, back in the USSA, when Joy Sharp built a new home in the small coastal community of Wilmington, North Carolina, about 8 years ago, her homeowner's insurance was relatively modest, $1,400 a year. Now, and after a series of violent storms slammed the Atlantic coast in recent years, her annual premiums have more than quadrupled. Now she has renewal rates of up to $6,000. I've seen this over and over again. They did this after the hurricanes in Florida. It's happening all over the country. Basically, getting home insurance is becoming as bad as trying to buy a home at all. And it's just out of the reach of most normal people. And they're doing that shit on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
They're straight up doing it on purpose. And what they're doing is eliminating the middle class. They want a poor class and an elite class. And you are either one or the other. And I don't know anybody in the one. So,
yeah.
Florida resident Sam Witzner and his wife have similarly been socked in since buying their Orlando home in Florida, their Orlando home in Orlando. Somebody actually wrote that
in Orlando.
The Orlando home in Orlando.
Okay, that's CBS.
I think it's an ABBA song. Orlando.
Yeah. Well, I'm a dyslexicist, so who am I?
There you have it. There you have it. Their homeowners coverage has surged from $1,500 to nearly $6,000 a year, affecting their finances and forcing them to change insurers. Ultimately, we decided to switch, of course, because obviously the cost was too high. Look, it's happening across all of the markets. It's not just.
Well, here's the thing about the insurance rates.
Yeah.
It is going to have to force the building industry to use different materials to build with moving forward that will withstand
substandard materials, substandard contractors.
Well, this is what I'm saying, though, is they're going to have to build the houses out of shit that will be able to withstand these storms. Oh, yeah. You won't be able to afford to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like these old rustic homes with all the.
My mom lived in way South Florida for a number of years, and she had a house that was built in like 1924. And it was still there because when they built the houses in 1924, they were built to.
They didn't screw around
to stay there. Yeah.
Well, I was, but the thing is, I was watching a couple shows on that, and they were showing how wind affects the modern home with all of the flat edges and overhangs.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to, one, go to concrete, put everything in domes so there's no edges to be caught by the wind. They're going to have to make some changes because
her house had foot-thick walls made of stucco, coral, and concrete.
I'm just saying, man.
The house walls were this thick.
Yes, I know. But nowadays, they throw shit up with 2x4s that are no longer 2x4.
Yeah.
They've shrank to like, 1.5 by 3?
Something 1 3/8 by 4 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all.
So they're going to have to come up with something to build these new houses with that will be able to withstand the forces of a hurricane.
Right now in the current economy, that will not happen. They're just going to continue to build crap and continue to soak you for insurance. Even car insurance prices are rising. The average cost of car insurance has jumped more than 20% in the last year, according to government inflation data. Home insurance premiums are also climbing at double-digit rates, although that might not be as obvious because the cost of home insurance is often lumped into monthly mortgage payments. We keep an eye on ours. It's lumped into our monthly mortgage payment. So far, it hasn't moved. We've been lucky there.
Now, here's a company you guys need to watch out for. It's called USAA.
Yeah.
Back in the day, while I was in the service, I used them to do homeowners insurance on the house that I owned in Berkeley.
Yep.
And the rates were competitive. They weren't the best, but they were competitive. And they were.
We need to preface it real quick. USAA puts themselves out there as for military and veterans.
That's total line.
Knowing full well that our paycheck does not match the economy.
Well, the thing is, that's a grift.
Yeah.
That no longer applies. I literally one day opened up my homeowners insurance and it went up by 1/3 in 1 year. 1/3. So I'm not a fan of USAA. They have not served me well, especially in this state, either auto insurance or homeowners insurance.
Yeah, I had auto insurance with them, and
the auto insurance rates in this state are fucking criminal.
They are.
All right, because
I work in the industry. I know exactly.
well, I know
what
you
you're talking
know
about.
this, that they expect you, the insurance companies, to pay for somebody's medical expenses for the rest of their life.
Yes,
That's ridiculous.
catastrophic clause.
That's insane.
Mhm.
Listen, I get it. It sucks. All right, people get hurt all the time, but you can't stick these companies on the hook forever. I get it. I mean, it sucks. Life down here on this planet Earth and the reality we're stuck with, it's not good.
Yeah.
All right. Shit happens to people every day that is reprehensible, but we can't afford to flip the bill. I'm sorry.
Saw somebody online today crying about the fact that shit happens and, oh gosh, why did it have to happen right there? And it dawned on me that it should be a military maxim that everybody should embrace. Shit happens exactly where it happens.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen somewhere else. When shit happens, it happens exactly where it's going to happen, period. There's no getting around it. And it sucks, like you said. But guess what? Shit happens. There's nothing you can do about it.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.